Now joining me here in, let me get in the frame here. Now joining me in Las Vegas here at the tent, the media tent, right outside T-Mobile Arena is my sometimes good friend, sweet baby Ray Flores. Ray, what's happening?
Oh, I'm enjoying Fight Week, Mark. It is great to see you and your lovely wife. And we're very much excited and getting closer to Errol Spence, Terence Crawford. We saw the press conference. Things were a bit heated up there. I
Well,
liked it. I enjoyed it. Now, literally, I'm like, let's just get to the fight. I mean, I wish we could get past the weigh-in, but that's okay. So we got 2 more days to go.
the press conference, it was a strange press conference, fighting with people in the stand.
I mean, it was, you know what? I don't mind it because
I do.
these guys have been gentlemen and professionals. And not to say that they weren't today, because they very much were. It were the people that were around them trying to stir things up. But these are two alpha males. These are two world class prize fighters. And I can only imagine the kind of pressure, Mark, that these guys are under because of the fact that the winner of this fight is going to say and have the claim that I am the best fighter of this era at 147. When you think about history, you think about in the 80s, Sugar Ray Leonard, he was the man at 147. That was his era. The 90s were to Trinidad and De La Hoya. You look at the 2000s, the past, 15 to 20 years, Floyd Money Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, with Floyd beating Pacquiao, he was the best of his era. Now we have Spence and Crawford, who've been on a collision course for half a decade. We're going to find out who's the best of this era on Saturday night.
Just noticed by looking at, I'm having a good hair day today. Just look at
Yeah,
this.
I agree.
What was going to so I think this is the best fight the sport can make. I mean, the best possible fight. I've been telling people, I've done a couple of interviews here today. It's the best possible fight that you can be made in the sport because within reason. I know people are talking about Inoue and Tank Davis and stuff like that, but like legitimately, you got two welterweights. They're probably two of the best 3 or 4 fighters. I think now we've established that these two, Usyk and Inoue, are probably the 4 best fighters in the world.
Absolutely.
Whatever order you want to put them in, you put them in. But in no other way can you put two of the top 4 together.
Mark, I'm glad you brought this up because here's the deal. And I know that, people will say, we're impressed by Inoue with what he did against Fulton, and not to shy away from that because that was extremely impressive. But make no mistake about it, Saturday night, this is going to not only be for all 4 bouts, which has never been done before when it comes to being undisputed welterweight champion, but this is for the best pound for pound championship. The winner of this fight on Saturday night will be known as the best fighter on the planet pound for pound, and that is a given. That's another reason why this fight is just so damn good.
You up there? You're like you became officially like a Super Bowl referee.
I loved it.
It was
so much fun.
You handed the coin to someone to do the the commemorative flip,
Yep.
just like they do in the Super Bowls.
Hey, I loved it. You know why? Because you know me, and I know you're a diehard Philadelphia Eagles fan. I'm a diehard Chicago Bears fan.
Yeah,
but
well, hold on.
my
Before we
favorite
get
thing-
before
yes.
we get to that,
Yes.
so yesterday you were saying where can you meet great athletes? You can't meet them except in boxing. Where can you meet this superstar? This superstar. Then you're like, where can you meet Justin Fields?
I mean,
Come on.
You can't.
No, but why you put what's Justin? He won 3 games last year.
Oh, it's okay. He's going to have a really good year. He's going to lead the Bears to the playoffs this year. They're going to be 9-8. I'm telling you, they're going to be this year's Jacksonville Jaguars. But I digress. Getting back to the coin flip, I love being able to do it because it allowed me. I mean, my deal is I love NFL football.
Of course,
that's my sport, and to be able to play to merge my 2 favorite worlds together. Combat sports and football, and being able to partake and explain the coin toss, it was awesome. I was like a kid in a candy store, to be frank.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe that you actually you said you love NFL football. So you don't you got to put the headphones on for
Okay,
something.
all right,
I want to put you got to hear this.
Okay, so what are we saying now?
Just because you said you love NFL football,
absolutely.
That was worth putting the headphones on, right?
Absolutely, definitely.
So Saturday night, I know you've been around. You were around a lot of the Mayweather fights, a lot of this fight. I remember the Mayweather Pacquiao fight. We actually, I'm going to disclose it. We actually watched it together in a tent, just like this.
Yeah, we did.
But is this the best fight that you've kind of been a part of?
I have to let the fight play out because the best fight I've ever been a part of was Wilder Fury 3 because of the kind of drama that fight had. And
what about leading in?
I mean, leading in, I would have to say, I don't know, because there was so much on the line in that fight. but this has got to be, it's like 1 and 1A. And depending on how the fight goes, then I can make my observation. But I don't want to say this is the best fight. I want to let the fight happen first, and then I can make my distinction. But it's certainly up there.
Spending a few minutes with my man, sweet baby Ray Flores, who's always joining us. Look, people shaking your hands. You're like a goddamn celebrity.
No, I'm just having fun and very thankful and blessed to.
Let me ask you a question. How many autographs have you signed this week?
I mean, I've taken some photos and stuff.
Have you signed any autographs?
I've taken photos.
Have you signed any autographs?
Maybe 1 or 2.
Okay.
But I've taken a lot of photos. That's cool. I appreciate the love.
And this is a special fight for you. I know you put on social media, and we're personal friends, so I could say you brought your whole family, or actually I call him the Flores man. Your father, your brother, who's part of is doing the undercard ring announcing. Your younger brother. So I mean, this really is a special fight for you, being that your whole family's gonna be out here or all your males are gonna be out here to
partake in fight.
Yeah, week. I can't. Yeah.
No, it's all right. Look, I love it because it's like, my dad will get in on Saturday. My brothers got in today, and we're gonna have dinner tonight, and it's just a lot of fun. Nothing like sharing this experience with your family, and that's what's great when you watch a pay-per-view fight with your family and your friends, and you're like, oh my gosh, look what happened, this and that. And you're debating who's gonna win, who's gonna be victorious. I mean, that's what's so much fun about combat sports, is that it's very communal, it's very family orientated, and on Saturday night, whoever you're with, I hope you're with someone that you like, because it's going to be an amazing matchup.
Without giving anything away, and obviously you're going to be on the international call, but have you envisioned what your call may be like? Should there be some kind of dramatic finish or anything?
I really haven't, because to be honest with you, Mark, I think that the fight goes the distance. I cannot. I know that Crawford has insane shell-shocking power, and Errol is just completely relentless and systematically breaks you down and is so physical and likes to get into the trenches. But I believe now, will there be punishment delivered by both men? Yes. I think it's going to be one of those fights where you're going to look at both guys afterwards, and they are not going to be the same fighter when they step outside of the ring compared to how they stepped inside the ring. That is another reason why I think Saturday night is so special. They're not going to be the same, because a little bit of them will be left inside that ring because of what they're going to have to go through in order to reign victorious.
So if Crawford, if Spence scores a knockdown, we're not going to get some screaming man down call?
I mean, no, I'm not going to do that, because that's just like, that's kind of like
cheesy. Or fish fried if Crawford.
No. It's just going to be, it'll be
something. We're just having some fun. We're just having. We're just having some fun. So, how do you see the fight without giving away a winner? Because you're calling the fight, you don't get. How do you see the fight going down X and O stylistically wise? I mean, is there something that you can expect that one guy is going to try to do and the other guy is going to try to do as well?
So I think that, the key is, it's no secret, but I will answer your question. But Crawford's going to have to establish his jab early and find a way to hurt Errol in the first 1 or 2 rounds with a straight left. He's going to have to land a powerful straight left to make Errol think about coming forward. When the bell rings, Errol's going to go right after him. And he's going to go right after him. He's going to set things up, and he's going to start pounding on the body. Look, if you follow me on social media, I love to eat. I love a good steak. It's like pounding the meat and just going ahead and seasoning it and making sure and firming it up. Making it more firm and really softening it up and doing that. So I see Spence trying to be relentless, attack the body, and walk down Crawford. Crawford's going to have to use his boxing ability, his jab, land a counter left, and also use his athleticism to stay out of the way of Errol Spence's attack. The question is, which man's going to be able to withstand the other's big power shot? When it comes to Spence to the body, when it comes to Crawford with that left over the top, the winner of that, or whoever can have the better chin and the more durability, will prevail.
Do you see Crawford now? He's fighting a real depth southpaw. Crawford's a natural right-hand fighter, but he fights. Probably fights 75. Yeah, he probably fights 70% southpaw.
Easily.
Do you see him maybe staying right-handed more? Because obviously a straight right hand against a southpaw is always the quote antidote for that. Do you see him maybe, or do you think we'll see 60, 50, 50, 60, 60, 40, or,
I could be wrong, Mark, but I think he's going to stay in the southpaw stance for probably about 70% of the time because it's. I think he's more athletic when he's southpaw, and he can move around more. And again, Spence, you're going to need all bit the real estate. Another question I would like to find out, maybe you can, or maybe is the size of the ring. Because I mean,
I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, so I want to know: is it 20 by 20? Is it 21? Is it 22 by whatever? I mean, I don't know. What's the size of the ring? Is it going to be 20 by 20? I think that is kind of like a nice middle ground for both guys. But a bigger ring will favor Crawford. A smaller ring will favor Spence. I think it'll be 20 by 20.
Well, there you have it, Ray. You gave us a good 10 minutes here. If you're in Antarctica, South Africa,
Yeah.
Europe, Asia,
Indonesia.
Yeah. Is there a country that you most look forward to hearing you?
I don't know. I like anywhere in Asia.
Do you get like emails or
Yeah, I will get
IMs
fans,
from fans from different parts of the country
from like
because
Finland
we in the States we don't hear your call.
Yeah.
It's funny, we hear your calls when they make highlight films and stuff like that. We hear your calls, but we don't hear your calls here in the States. I would like to hear your calls, but
it'll be Asia's been very kind to me, so definitely I appreciate all the love from all the fans out there and all over the world.
There's your man, Mr. Five-time walking in front of us, Mr. Booker T in front of us.
Yes, sir.
Great fight fan himself. Well, Ray, thank you for a few minutes of your time. Hopefully, we have a good fight on Saturday night. And you have anything else cooking on that you want to talk about or anything?
Well, I'll have some news over the next couple of days. So all I can tell you is I have some exciting news that'll be coming out in the next couple of days, and excited to share that when the time presents itself. So, but other than that, looking forward to Spence and Crawford and continue what has been a fun summer and a wonderful year for boxing.
I'll be checking your social media every hour for the news.
Thank you, man.
Sweet baby Ray Flores joining us.